ayadlula mazambane 5 rand saka hayibo ayadlula mazambane hayibo 5 rand saka yesa wena ayadlula mazambane hayibo 5 rand saka hayibo ayadlula mazambane woza wena aye rand saka hayi ayadlula mazambane hayibo 5 rand saka. The person who used to say hayibo waza wena isaka hayibo waza wena was, may his soul rest in peace, a gentleman that we used to call Nkulu Koloi, meaning grandfather Koloi. That was his surname, Koloi. I was 5 years of age. I'll tell you about my second job. If you do want to know about my second job, please do comment and say, please upload a video about this, because I want to know if you are interested in this journey. I reminisced back and I realized I had so many jobs in my life, and I have had every type of a job. Because at the very young age, Gogo Mahlodi, who was actually not a wife but a girlfriend to my grandfather. Who is my grandfather? My grandfather is actually the uncle of my mother. So the brother to my grandmother, my maternal grandmother. So he had a wife, 2 wives, and 2 girlfriends. I think he wanted to marry them. He wanted 4 wives. He was a polygamist. I'll speak about him someday. He was a great guy. You may disagree with me because he was a polygamist. It's based on your feelings. It's based on your beliefs. Umkhulu Maki, grandfather Maki, Umkhulu Marcos, Etembisa kwasithole in Middleburg. So Gogo Mahlodi used to sell potatoes. So when I was about 5 years of age, she would take me and we would drive from Middleburg, driving to Bethal. If you've learned, there's people in Mpumalanga will say, Bethal emazambaneni. In Bethal, they used to sell potatoes. Bethal emazambaneni. In Bethal. That is in the other side of Mpumalanga. And that's where we used to go, potatoes, lots of potatoes, and we would sell them. And she would profit from them. Because she bought a car, she fixed her own house. So she used to really love that. She did that business for many years. So when I was 5, she was already doing that business. And when I was 5, me and her started to get closer, and she started hiring me. She hired me and I was her employee. Sorry, she was my employer. And we used to go fetch the potatoes from Bethal, bring them to Middleburg, package some of them that are not packaged, because we used to buy the packaged ones, and we also used to buy the ones that are not packaged and buy bags for those that are not packaged. We also used to buy the ones that are just about to be, for our own self, that are about to get rotten and all of that. The ones that are about to get rot. English. The ones that are about to get to rot, would also buy them, and then we would be in a situation whereby we used to eat a lot of chips. If there's anybody who ate slab chips, potato chips in the world, it's me. And when we, after packaging them, the sack of potatoes was 5 rands, and I remember the sack of small potatoes was 10 rand or 8 rand, something around. This big sack, which is now I think 80 rand, 100 rands, it was 5 rand at some point in time. That was in the late 90s. And we would drive around. At times we would just sell around the hostel. There was what we call Mhluzi Hostel, which was demolished in the late 99 when the big song during those times was Vulindle by Brenda Fassie. And we would, as she was driving, so it would be myself, Mkhulu Koloi, and 2 or 3 other boys at the back of the van. And at the front it would be Gogo Mahlodi and one other person. The other person would be the one who's taking money in the front seat. The one where people pay to. And us in the back I would be the one who's singing. And the other people, because I was too small to carry. Other people would be the ones to carry. Immediately people stop us, say, hey, whoa, 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 whoa. The other people will stop us, and then the other guys would run and take one sack of potatoes and take it to the house and whatsoever. But me, my job was there to sing. And whenever they unpack the potatoes, just to repack better in the bag at the back of the car. And the song was that the potatoes are passing. It's only 5 rand per bag. It's only 5 rands per bag. Ayadlula mazambane. The potatoes are passing. It's 5 rand per bag. For a child, that was child labor, but I'm thankful for the lessons. I think I used to earn 5 rands, or at some point on Sundays, whenever we worked very well, 10 rands per day. And she would buy us food on the road. We'd eat nice food that we don't normally eat at home, not the pap and everything. We'd eat Russians, Polonies, and all of that. But my song was that the potatoes are passing. It's 5 rand per bag. Ayadlula mazambane, 5 rand isaga. Those are the things you can't forget. Those are the moments you can't forget. I was just reminiscing, I even forgot that I used to do that. But I realized that actually that was my first job. And I was just saying it. Ayadlula mazambane. No, not 8. I was just 5. Because at 8 I got my second job, which was more for business. I was just 5. Ayadlula mazambane. 5 rand isaga. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting emotional when I look back. My friends, there are a lot of things you need to learn. What was your first job? There are a lot of things you need to share and learn and talk about and teach your children at a very young age. Not as a sense of abuse, but just teaching them that life is not easy. They gotta work for themselves. They gotta make sure that they work hard. For everything in life, they have to work hard. What was your first job? When did you start working? Were you in your 20s? Or maybe you were 2? keep on keeping on, my friends. Ayadlula Mazambane. 5 rand is keep on keeping on.